Hello and welcome to Snow City News. Oh, camera's a bit close to my face. Oh well, let's get on with the show. That's a better angle. First on our list tonight is the largest building site in Snow City. Hello, we are just outside the largest building site in Snow City, where they are making some progress in building the building area. And we're just on our way into the area now. And as you can see, they've started construction work on the other side of the path as well. Like, they have also built this bit as well, to show us what the paths will look like in the city. Me personally, I feel they are quite cramped looking. Anyway, here's a new path they have built. It seems to go straight through the middle of where the building site was, suggesting that some of the buildings may actually be broken up. And as you can see, the path seems to break off into two directions from this angle. We are now on top of one of the high-rises in the area to get a good look at the view of the building site. And as you can see, the reason I call it a city is because there will be over 200 houses when they have finished building this. Over in this area is some show homes to show people what the houses will look like. Also, if you look at the building site, it has been broken up into different colours. We've got purple, green, a white, and like an orange area. This is probably because they are going to be different buildings. There also seems to be some wider areas in there, looking like they are making space for possibly some businesses, but we will find out as they continue to build it. This is WYW reporting from the top of the Rainbow Building. Bye! Next we have some sadder news. One of our buildings in our city got set on fire today. Hello, we are now outside the building and we're going to walk in to see the damage. As you can see, there's not too much damage in this room, apart from a few damages in the corners of the walls. But as you go into the next room, you notice a lot of the building has been burnt down, especially on the layers above. This becomes more apparent as you look towards the back of the building. As you can see, there used to be a wall here, but now there isn't. Also, as you go into some of the courtrooms, like this one here, you'll notice there is now no longer a roof on it. There used to be a beautiful roof which went all the way up and had a very beautiful feature to it, but now it has been burnt down. The exact cause of the fire is unknown, but the government has pledged that it will make sure that the whole building is built to look even better than it did before. Luckily, none of the prisoners escaped from the prison that is next door, but we cannot actually go into the prison to see the damage. However, from an aerial view, we can see the damage to the roof. And from the court side, it is pretty bad, but as you go towards the prison side, it is not too bad and hasn't really affected the prison too much. However, a lot of the features have been lost from the courtroom, which used to have a lot of beautiful features in it, as we said before. Next up, we're going to see how the clean-up is getting on after the protests in Parliament Square. Hello, I am outside Parliament Square, where currently there is scaffolding up, because they are cleaning up. However, I have been given access to this area behind here, to see what damage was done by the cake protests. So as you can see, there was a lot of cakes around and dirt on the floor which needs clearing up. This area is actually going to be cleared up for the winter market. Oh look, there's still a few protesters around. Yes, we have a yearly winter market which goes around this area. Some damage is still to be fixed on some of the houses. However, some of the protesters have moved on to the new one building, where they have covered it in cake. This is ironic, as this is one of the tallest buildings in the city, and they have actually made the building taller by putting a cake on top of it. Next we move on to tiny news stories which are too short to be in the main news but are still newsworthy.
Hello and welcome to Mini News.
First up, in mini news, a villager decided to ride a minecart upside down. Hello villager. I didn't realise you wanted to ride it upside down. You know what? I'll let you be you. Next up, we have footage of a llama on top of the Grand Tower in the city. Oh, hello llama. What are you doing up here? Really? Is it a nice view up here? Huh. I guess it is a nice view. In other news, in the theme park, a few of the rides had to be closed after an incident with the banana ride exploding minecarts out of it. As you can see, we are in the area where the banana ride had exploded the minecarts out of. And as you can see, there was a massive line that looks like it had exploded out of it. A few of the other rides were closed due to the fact that all the minecarts had gone all over it. But luckily, it's not too bad. Oh, that was strange. Ah well. Hopefully this will be cleared up in the next few days, and things will be back to normal. Also, sticking in the theme park, a new roller coaster was built there that is said to make you feel sick when you go on it. I thought all roller coasters were meant to do that. Ah, what a lovely day to go riding on this roller coaster. I feel really sick now. Oh no, I think I'm gonna leave. Oh no, it's going round again. And finally, we leave you with pictures of parts of Snow City where they're getting ready for the Halloween. However, there have also been cobwebs spotted, which is strange because no one places cobwebs for Halloween in the city. They normally place pumpkins. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything.